Hey everyone, this is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and this is Saturday, the 14th of May, 2022, and this is the weekly technical analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the third week of May. Let's begin with spot gold, where you can see that it has continued to drift lower. In fact, it fell lower after falling below the daily 200 EMA here in yellow, and after a pullback on the Wednesday, it continued to fall on the Thursday and then on Friday to hit round figure of 1800. So this was right from the start of the week till before there, a whole range of about 850 pips. It has already fallen since this attempt to retest the 2000 level. That was in mid April last month, and so within a month it has fallen over almost 2000 pips here, from 2000 to hit 1800. So a slight pullback after hitting that, but still continues to look bearish. If you take a look on the weekly time frame, yes, there is definitely a very bearish candle here. So there is likely continuation move lower. Let's see where it might be headed to. This support now is going to be critical resistance zone along with the 200. Further up here, that's the next major resistance with the daily 55 EMA. So let's move this down here now. 1800 is a key support. Let's see how long it can hold out. And that's a swing low here. Yeah, 1780. But if it does weaken further and tries to retest this swing low here, that's a critical one here at 1750. So that's going to be the major support level next. All right. So this zone here, let's take a look where that was from. Yes, there was a previous resistance, turn support, and our resistance again. So I think let's remove this level here. This has already gone past. See if there's anything that could provide support from here. This lower trend line. And there could be confluence with the swing lower at the 100 pip. So the 1780 area. So let's go ahead and identify the 1780. Although it's pretty close to that swing low. Okay. So we'll see whether it's able to recover somewhat at the beginning of the week and attempt to climb up a bit. Let's see how much it can recover. That's key resistance zone there. Needs to break through, otherwise it falls through the 1800 again, and it's definitely going to test this swing low. If it dips further, that's definitely another major swing low support here. Right, but at the moment it's unlikely that it's going to break out higher. Okay, this week there's also US related news. So last Wednesday was the US CPI, where it was slightly higher than expected, and after attempt to climb back up here, it was still blocked by the daily 200 EMA and then fell further on the continuation move on Thursday and then Friday. We'll see how this week's news can impact the recovery of some of the major pairs that has continued to fall as well. Retail sales on Tuesday and the Philly Fed manufacturing index on Thursday. Right, we need to correlate with the US dollar index, the DXY, and let's take a look at that. Right, this is the DXY, and it did manage to punch through the resistance at the 104, along with a previous swing high here, and closed quite bullish on Thursday, but then pull back slightly on the Friday. So this was triggered from the Wednesday. If I expand this on Wednesday here, there was this spike lower, and that was the push back up and bounce. This was due to the US CPI figure, which was slightly better than slightly higher than expected. And although there were signs that it could be slowing down, so there was initially some hope that inflation could be turning down, but still higher than expected, and it pushed through on Thursday, followed through higher, paused a bit on the Friday because of slightly worse consumer sentiment figure, but it just missed the key round figure here of 105. That's the next significant resistance, and let's move this one here now. This is going to turn into support. This here is support now. This area is going to be also support, and a major one. Next major one now. And let's move this one here. Okay, and let's identify the major resistance up at the 105. All right, then above that, still quite a wide range here. Let's take a look on the weekly time frame and monthly See, this was the swing high previously that it pushed through, and that was back in the early part of 2020. Okay. Yeah, for now, let's it needs to break through the 105. It's if it's going to continue its bullish move. Otherwise, it may just consolidate for next week. Just could consolidate within this zone between the 104 and the 105. It does dip lower. There's definitely a significant support below that. That's 102.45 here. Okay, and there's only minor news for the US economy this coming week. So for now, there's no major trigger. Okay, let's take a look on the weekly time frame. Yes, it's still a bullish close with a large body of a spinning top here. See if it's, let's see how far 106 is, and let's mark this as resistance as well, that 106. Okay. All right, but there could be just signs of consolidation for a while. All right, let's move back to the other pairs and continue with the other pairs analysis. Let's move on to the dollar against the Japanese yen, and it has finally retraced lower after hitting the 262 fib extension here at a 131.27 or 27 above the 131 round figure. This resistance zone that we highlighted, still valid resistance, and fell through the intermediate support at the 129 to hit the 162 fib extension. That's the top of this support zone here, above the 127. So it has finally retraced more significantly there. That's falling over 240 pips on the Thursday. So that's needed pullback and retracement. But on Friday, it managed to recover back up after hitting the 162, climb back up above the 200 fib and the 128.00. So it's still an intermediate support here. All right. So there could be further consolidation. At the moment, it doesn't seem that it's going to punch through this key resistance zone with the, fallen back below the 130. So it may just consolidate in this area between these two zones here. Let's also take a look on the weekly time frame. And yes, there's long low wick with some clear support from the 162 fib area. So yes, it could be a consolidation for the next week. All right, so we'll see how these two news events may trigger any significant movement or not, how the US dollar index moves as well. All right, so do check out my other videos on the other major pairs and have a good week.